Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today I want to go over a talent build as well as a guide on how to be playing Leoric, the latest hero in Heroes of the Storm. I played quite a bunch of games with this guy so far, but honestly there are a lot of different viable talents on this guy. It is very important to look at your allies as well as the opponents. So before we jump into the game, I want to quickly introduce the team. We are running a double warrior composition with me and Johanna. Johanna is going to be the dedicated tank, whereas I'm going to be fulfilling sort of like a damage slash tank role. And then we have two damage dealers that are dedicated to Vala and Zagara, and we also have a healer in Rhaegar. So no double support, no like, you know, semi-damage dealers like, for example, Abathur or whatever. Double warrior, two damage dealers, and one, you know, dedicated healer. But let's jump straight into the game so we can go over all of the abilities as well as the talents. Alright, and we find ourselves on the Garden of Terror. Let's have a quick look at the opponents. We got a Nova, Arthas, Lily, Kilthas, and Tyrande. Now the most important one to note off the bat right there is going to be Nova. I am not too worried about Nova, but I still want to be a little bit careful about it. Let's say there would be a Nova and a Vala on the opposing team, or maybe like a Nova and a Rainer or whatever. I would very be tempted to take the block right here, which will make it very easy against... I'll take mid, by the way. I'll take mid. Oh, okay. Alright, that works. But let's say, you know, I would be going up against a couple of enemies that are great at auto-attack builds. I would be rather going for block right here. On smaller maps, such as like the Dead Mine, or the Haunted Mines, not the Dead Mines, I would be going with Hopelessness just to get that extra healing, but here I'm gonna be going with Reanimation, which is sort of like, a ability that will allow me to, you know, get extra healing as soon as I grab those healing globes. So since this is one of the bigger maps, and since the enemy composition as well as the team composition allow me to do so, I'm gonna be focusing on getting as many of these healing globes as we possibly can, because hey, we will get more reanimation about it and more health regen because of it. Now we have to be very careful. I'm gonna be the one that is shielding Vala away, and I know very well that she's in the bush right here. Alright, so in a second, we'll go over all of the abilities that I have available as well. But that's just one thing to note right off the bat. So Reanimation should be a go-to pick on one of the bigger maps. If you're not 100% certain what to be taken, go for Reanimation. But if you are up against a lot of auto-attackers, such as a Vala, such as a Falstad, such as a Rainer, such as a Nova, for example, you can... Well, we can kill guys, that's one thing we can do. But you can very well go for the block, and Hopelessness is great on one of the smaller maps in particular, where you don't have very much healing going on at all. As far as the abilities go, so first off, I got my Q ability. Q ability is Skeletal Swing. It's a massive, like, arc sort of thing that kills things very quickly, and that allows me to clean up minion waves, rather, and to also, you know, just nuke down enemies very quickly. Now, on top of damage, it actually mainly focuses on slowing. So besides just damage, which is great obviously, I will also be slowing the enemies down. And that's one thing, you know, to keep in mind as well. Besides just damage and besides just tanking, I get a lot of extra slows and CCs done when playing this guy. So it's very important to keep that in mind as well. Don't forget about the slow. Nice little trick right there by Johanna, making sure that he stays alive. But that's as far as my Q abilities go. The W ability I apply on an enemy hero. It is a skill shot, and what happens is that I steal life from them. So I basically just take off a lot of life from them, and you know, it's great. It gives me a bunch of extra stuff. Now at the second talent tier, we have a couple different options once again. We can go for Filthy Unto Death, which will make me much more survivable, but since we have a dedicated healer in Rhaegar, I feel like we don't really need it. Let's say though, if we are not running a healer at all, it would be a great option because it gives me more health and it gives me more mana. What I'm gonna go for right here is Hardened Bones. Hardened Bones is one of these talents that you either love or you absolutely hate it. I personally am a big fan of the talent. Basically what happens is our Vala goes down. Oh no. Oh no, I thought I was having him for sure. I could have easily had him right there if I boosted forward first. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Alright. I'll take. But Hardened Bones, basically what it means, when I use my E ability, I will basically take less damage for a little while. So what the E ability does is basically it will move me away from my body. I will become like a spirit. And after the duration ends, or I cancel the E ability by pressing E again, I will teleport to wherever like the ghost form has gone. Now in the meantime, I will actually be taking damage. So it's not like I'm just purely, you know, standing around and trying to dish out a little bit of extra survivability. I am actually like forced to look around very carefully where, you know, I'm gonna go. Now what Hardened Bones what Hardened Bones does, it basically gives me the option to stay alive for a heck of a lot longer. Because I take a lot less increased damage. And since I'm constantly in the thick of things and I'm constantly in the middle of battle, I'm trying to, you know, use those kind of abilities instead. Gonna be running towards the middle lane right here. Alright. Very nice. And next talent we are gonna go for, we can go for the Ghastly Reach, which will make my Q even stronger. We can go for Paralyzing Rage as well, which will make my, you know, Q very, very powerful as well. But I really do like going for the Assigned Renewal. Since we don't have, you know, the second survivability talent taken at level 4, I'm gonna be going for the Assigned Renewal, which is basically just a heal that I can use. And honestly, it's probably one of the better heals and the self-sustains that you can take. So we actually do manage to clean up quite a couple of these guys. And I am out of the thing once again. So basically what Assigned Renewal does, it gives me this ability right here on my one hotkey. And what happens is that I will heal myself up for 20%, and I can use that every 1 minute. So it's a decently powerful ability. If you notice though that you're really lacking damage, Ghastly Reach can be very useful as well. Or if you're lacking a lot of CC, we have a Muradin, so we have a Johanna, so we should be okay with that. But you can go for Paralyzing Rage. So as you can see, in general, there are like different options available for pretty much everything when playing this hero, and it's really nice. Oh snap! I didn't actually think about that. Oh no! Oh no! Thank you, Zagara. Alright, I'm just gonna go back. Since it's nighttime almost. That was an overextension right there by me. Now my passive trait. My trait is basically called Undying, and it's exactly that. When I die, I will not actually be dead. I will be haunting the battlefield as a ghost, and I can like cheat death. So whenever I use any of my abilities when I'm dead, they will not do any damage. They will CC only, and they will slow enemies down and whatnot. But I will also be lowering my own death timer the more I'm actually using my abilities. And on top of that, when I do die, which I'm not planning to do, because if I die, I'm still giving my opponents XP. I will still be able to get back into the battlefield wherever wherever my ghost was last located. We're gonna be going for the March of the Death King, or the Black King rather. Guys, are we really overextending this bad? I wasn't planning on it. I was just gonna take out this camp real quick. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Oh no, we shouldn't have done this. This was a bad move by me. No, that wasn't bad move. Okay, I'm gonna use in right here with my R ability. My R is the heroic that I went for. We did get a double kill from it right there. And what it does, it, does a massive amount of swinging. Other option that we have is Entomb. Entomb is also great. Entomb basically makes it so that I will like put down these walls, and I can like sort of, well, entomb an enemy. And what happens is they cannot move for a little while. I'm personally a bit more of a fan of the extra damage, especially on a team composition like this. We don't really have like a third damage dealer in, well, besides me obviously. So I'm gonna be going for the March of the Black King right here, which I honestly think is a bit of a better talent if you're not that great at hitting the things. Actually, this one is stuck in a bush. Oh, there we go. Looking very nice. Gotta go to the the top lane right now. I will need some assistance here in the mid. Gonna take out this thing real quick. But yeah, it's all about hitting your Q ability or hitting your W ability to give your self healing up, and then also to use your Q ability to dish out the extra damage. Snap! They actually do go down right now in the top lane, which is very unfortunate. Ooh, it's actually her. Wow, she's not gonna be able to stay out of that. Gonna activate my heroic here, slapping away at her, and she's immediately gonna go down. Pretty good. Okay. So I gotta be careful. I am not spec completely into tank, obviously, so it's something to keep in mind. I will not be able to stay alive for very long. Activating my ability once again. Ooh, almost got out of there. Alright, so here's what happens when you die. Basically, when you go down, you will be able to slow your enemies. And sadly, I was gonna slow killed us next because he was closing in a little bit too far. And even though he hasn't reached level 13 yet, it's still pretty good. But I'm trying to just basically slow my enemies down and make sure that my, you know, my corpse or my body comes back alive very soon. As well as, you know, assist my allies while I'm dead. Well, we can just take out this guy, guys. Can I get some help, guys? Alright, very good, thank you. No, I won't be able to do very much, I'm afraid. Gonna have to get out of here. Didn't get help fast enough. Okay, trying to slow my my allies, or my enemies down a little bit. Clean up that camp while we're at it. Alright. Looks like we're hitting the top lane. Do want that health globe real quick. Currently we're already up to 14 stack, which will give me a lot of health regen. It's not as great as obviously we could have had, but it's pretty tough to play and commentate at the same time as it is. Okay. Trying to get out of trouble here. Do have my heroic back up. Ideally we want Johanna to move in first, but that's the tree right there. Guys, leave. Okay. Okay, I can use my heroic here, trying to wait for the perfect opportunity. Gonna use it right now. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, sadly, he did manage to get through the gate. So I didn't quite get all the damage out. Next one we're gonna go for is Drain Momentum. We'll go over why in just a second. Trying to, you know, keep hitting people that are actually annoying. Oh, snap. That was actually a ghost. Yeah, we're missing out so much damage, guys. We're missing out a little bit too much on damage here. Can have a quick look at the damage meters right here. We're doing alright. We're doing alright as far as damage goes. Not the greatest amount so far, though. It's all good. It's all good. We can easily come back here. We're slightly behind right now. But actually, no. No, we're actually ahead. So far, so good, team. Alright. So the talent choices that we have. If we lacked a lot of damage, which I don't really feel is the case, but sometimes, you know, you just have a team that's like consisting of 3 warriors or whatever, Burning Rage is an option. If they have like a crazy amount of damage dealers, Spell Shield is gonna be a great option. Let's say they're running like 5 damage or 4 damage dealers or whatever. You can easily be going for the Spell Shield. Honestly, in most scenarios, if you have a reasonable team, Crushing Hope and Drain Momentum should be your go-to ones. It's very good, it's very powerful. Basically what happens is that normally you use your W ability and you will get slowed down for a while. Right now, especially since I took that, or actually didn't take it in this game, but especially if you take like the Hopelessness in tier number 1, it's a great option. Wow, this is good. This is the real one. Good. Okay, I do have my heroic up. I'm gonna activate it right here, hitting them in the face. Slowing them down once again. Sadly, Rhaegar did end up falling. Oh, nice! Great ult right there by Sagara, basically getting rid of everything that Lily had to say with her heroic. Okay, gonna try and move forward right now. But sadly, I don't think we will be able to pick him off. We don't have any healing here. Gotta keep that in mind. Gotta get out of there! Okay, nice. I'll be heading to the one over here. But yeah, as far as Leoric goes, you gotta be smart about your talent picks. You can't just pick random talents. And honestly, even if you do pick random talents, it likely will work out most of the time. But you know, try and be smart about picking your talents and pick them, you know, according to what your team is lacking or what the opponent's team is having a little bit too much of. So this is death right here. Yeah, it's a really weird place to be calling back. Okay, so we do have. Oh, actually no. Rhaegar. Oh god. I know that Nova is here as well. Okay. Tanking all the damage here. Very good. It's like 40 sec on the Phoenix. Okay, well, let's go bot. Let's go just bot. Alright, so far it's looking alright. So far it's looking alright. Even though you go down, by the way, I don't know if I already mentioned that, but even when you go down, you will still be able to use your abilities and whatnot and, you know, lower your death timer. And it's not, like, as bad as, like, you know, someone else to die. you still gotta make sure you don't die, because you're still granting full experience for death. So you gotta be very careful about it. It's a little risky right there on the Vala, but I think we're fine. You wanna get out of there though, because Nova can easily take you off right there. We won't be able to do very much. All right, Terror is back up. Oh snap. Whenever you use your heroic, by the way, try and use it after slowing them down with the Q ability, just like that, which helps out a lot. Like, it gives you a lot of extra time to get like a second hit in. So if someone is running away like that, it's very useful. Over here we have a couple different options. We can go for Renewed Swing, which I am gonna go for, just for the extra damage, because we are lacking it a little bit. What that means is that I can now use my Q ability twice, quickly in a row, and the slow actually will apply twice as well. For me. I'm still full health. Alright. Alright. Toby is taking it. Cool. Well, sadly they did just pick a Terror. I was gonna go to the top one right there, but... Alright, we need to defend mid right here. Other option would be Consume Fatality. If you're dying a lot, or you notice you're, you know, lacking heals. That's a great option, and I would honestly stick it to those two. You can obviously go for one of the other ones as well, but... We need help here though, guys. Mid, please. Okay. Very, very nice heroic once more. Sadly, just barely didn't get the heal done. Yeah, Vala was a little bit out of position there. She is coming in right now. I will be able to use my heroic here, but it's a little risky. Get out of there, Lowko. Oh no! Woo! Okay. Kiltos is dishing out so much damage from the back. It's kind of scary. We'll be able to get a lot of extra healing right here though, but... One thing to note about the E ability as well that I haven't gone over yet, it actually cancels out of... It actually like cancels Pyroblast and whatnot, as well as like a whole bunch of other abilities. I am gonna go down. Oh no, I'm alive! No! Oh my... Alright, fine, we'll take it. Okay, going in. Going for the second swing. Gotta make sure that I don't die. But yeah, Kiltos is dishing out a ton of damage for them right now. We are obviously queuing up as a 5-man, and I'm currently not on any kind of communication type software with my team, so it makes it a little bit trickier. You don't have to like rush your Q ability, by the way. It like still recharges no matter what. Gotta watch out here. Don't want to get bumped down. But yeah, Kiltos is definitely definitely hitting it right now. All right. Want to ask for some assistance. We are still okay. We're still okay, guys. We're actually still slightly ahead, I think. Except for like the level, which is a bit of a problem, I suppose. Alright, Toby is coming in. I wish we had some kind of battle momentum. That would be pretty insane. On this hero, it would be pretty good. Okay. Going back real quick. So hero damage wise, we're doing okay. We're actually slightly behind Zagara right now. But slightly ahead of Avala, so you know that's a pretty solid amount of damage. Siege damage wise, we're actually topping it right now for the team. So you know we're focusing a little bit more on tanking, I suppose. But still, you know, like we're getting a lot of tanking done. Actually, a little more than Johanna has so far, although that doesn't really tell us a whole lot. But we're still in the game, you know, we're still doing it quite well. Obviously, we want to try and make sure that we win this game. But even if we don't, I mean, it's still a reasonable example on how to be playing this guy. We know that Nova is at the very least close. Whoa, that's so risky by them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't push there, please. Oh my god, that's so risky. That is so risky right there. I'm not a fan. Leave, please. Leave, please. Oh. No, no, no. We're gonna need them over here. Alright. Well, I do have my heroic available, so I will be using it right here, but... Felt like that was not a great choice. Okay, he's coming in right now, but... Alright, well, it worked out okay. Okay, I do manage to get extra healing right now from Rhaegar. Did get the ancestral healing to my face, which helps out a lot. I'm hitting the tank a little bit too much though. I'm not a fan of that. Trying to go for the extra heal right there, but... Okay. Finally, he does end up falling. Alright, very, very good. Yeah, the terror in the meantime is at the bot lane right now, which is not ideal. But it's okay. We'll make sure... Ooh, don't go down. Oh my god, don't go down. Alright, alright. So sadly, their terror is going to town right now in the bot lane. We will be able to defend it, I think, before he kills too much. We'll be able to put down the seeds, obviously. Which is kind of scary. Okay, moving in. Okay, he's got one tower, but he won't be able to get a 4 or a keep or anything. Who's in it? Why soon? Okay, it's Tyrande. It's Tyrande. We will be able to kill her. And she's definitely out of position here. Oh no. We won't be able to get her? Really? Wow, she actually just barely got out of there. I was certain she was gonna overextend. Alright. Heroic times. Swinging around. Sadly, we don't have anyone to really take out Lily out of her ult right there. We're gonna go for the Death March. Death March by far, if you go for the March of the Black King, by far your best option. Honestly, like, it basically means that every single time you use your March of the Black King, you will be able to also apply Drain Hope every single time you use it. So what happens is you get a crazy amount of sustain as long as you're actually slamming, you know, enemies with your heroic. So it makes team fights way easier. If you would have gone with Entomb on level 10, you definitely want to make sure you want to be going for like a Spectral Leech right here. But this is not looking too crazy or too good anymore. Yeah, there's no one to really stop Kilthus. Been trying to look for him, but he's at a good position. He knows how to position himself. Has he got 80,000 already? Wow, that's a pretty crazy amount there. Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. That was not good. A little bit too greedy on our end. Alright, I do have my heroic up in time, but... S5. Yeah. Need to make sure we stay together. Okay. Let's go top. Try and see if we can win it right now. Oh, this is great for us. This is really good. Okay, activating my heroic here. Slapping away at all of them. But sadly, we're just missing the damage or something. Ugh. Trying to position myself smartly to make sure we get maximum amount of damage done. But I think we're gonna end up falling right here as well. And it looks like we will be able to end up falling right here. Yeah, that was a great position for them to fight in as well. I thought we would be able to take it because they were obviously damaged from, you know, the team fights before already. But sadly, we aren't quite getting there yet. Either way, though, this should introduce this build just fine. Yeah, it's not looking too great right now. It is definitely not looking amazing. Gonna use my Q ability right here on this team as well. You can see that it snuck 7 seconds off of it right now. And we've cheated death already for almost a half minute. But it looks like it's gonna be a little bit too much. I am back into it right now. Gonna try and keep it alive, but I think it's gonna be a little too much. Now, as always, I will leave the talent build down below. But I hope this taught you a little bit about playing this hero. So you'll be able to apply this in your own game. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one.